Welcome to Red White Recap. Today we explore the movie How to Train Your Dragon. If you are new here, please subscribe and press the bell icon, like, share, and comment. What a fool this boy is. He came upon an injured black dragon while out in the wild. He chose to cut the dragon's ropes with a dagger rather than risk killing it. The black dragon then spun around and threw him to the ground. Luckily, he was spared death by the black dragon. It just gave the boy a puff of air before taking off. But the black dragon eventually fell into a valley due to damage to its tail. To feed the dragon, the generous boy brought a big fish. The dragon abruptly became ferocious once more, just as it was ready to bite into the fish. The dagger at the boy's waist was the cause, it turned out. The dragon put up a fierce fight when the boy reached for the dagger. The stupid boy kicked the dagger far and threw it away without thinking. He was surprised that his stupidity paid off. The black dragon was instantly submissive. The boy saw that the dragon had no teeth in its mouth as it drew nearer. The dragon was able to retract its teeth whenever it pleased. It ate the fish and then began to stare at the boy, frightening him into running away. The sight of it was rather repulsive, but he was surprised to find that the dragon was actually sharing its food with him. He was told to eat by the dragon that sat next to him. The boy felt queasy, but reluctantly took a bite. Then the dragon gestured for him to swallow it. My goodness, I would prefer to graciously turn down this nice offer. The boy forced a smile after eating the fish, but the dragon mimicked his facial expression. The boy seized the opportunity and attempted to touch the black dragon, but it quickly spun around and took off. The boy's tribe was the source of its animosity toward people. This returns us to the tribe of the boy. He is a member of the well-known Viking tribe and goes by Hiccup. Humans and dragons had become sworn enemies because dragons frequently abducted children from the village. The tribe's chief and a skilled dragon hunter is Hiccup's father. Hiccup is a weak and inept boy, though, because he is the chief's son. Slaying dragons is a mark of honor in the tribe. Murdering deadly nader earns one respect in the village. Grunkles are more challenging. Taking one down grants mating rights. Then there's the rare zippleback, a two-headed dragon that doubles the prestige. Most rare are the sand wraiths, lightning-fast dragons covered in flames. Only elite warriors dare to hunt them. Hit the bill icon. One day, the village was under attack by dragons. Everyone fought back fiercely, and Hiccup wanted to prove himself. He pushed a dragon trap into position and fired into the sky. A purple flash streaked by, and surprisingly, he hit a dragon. He jumped with joy, oblivious to the fire-breathing dragon behind him. Terrified, Hiccup ran for his life. At the critical moment, his father appeared, and the fire-breathing dragon, having run out of flames, fled after losing to the chief. However, the flames had set a lantern ablaze, allowing all the captured dragons to escape, taking the village's sheep with them. Hiccup tried explaining he had hit a night fury, but his father didn't believe him. Determined, he ventured out the next day to find the dragon. Seeing the injured night fury, he could have killed it to prove his worth. But Hiccup chose mercy. Unexpectedly, the feared dragon wasn't as ferocious as the stories claimed. Hiccup sat nearby, sketching the night fury on the ground. To his surprise, the dragon mimicked him, but it had a strong territorial instinct. It became hostile if Hiccup went too far. Following a short exchange, Hiccup was able to touch the night fury, marking the beginning of a human-dragon bond. Back at home that evening, Hiccup decided to assist the night fury in fixing its broken tail fin. He was an accomplished blacksmith, but not a very good dragon hunter. He brought fish and a fixed tail fin to the dragon the following day. Hiccup attached the tail fin while it was eating. Unknowingly, the dragon lifted Hiccup into the air by spreading its wings. The night fury threw Hiccup into a pond after realizing he was on its tail, but it soon ran into problems without the tail fin. Hiccup adjusted the tail fin back home, and after numerous tries, the dragon was able to fly once more. As their relationship deepened, Hiccup gave the dragon the name Toothless. The next day was the tribe's dragon training day, and as the chief's son, Hiccup had to participate. However, his time with Toothless had taught him how to handle. During training, he found ways to subdue dragons, impressing everyone except his crush, Astrid. Strong-willed and competitive, she followed Hiccup and discovered his secret. He was keeping a night fury. Despite his explanations, Astrid wanted to reveal the truth, but before she could, Toothless carried them into the sky. To prove that not all dragons are bad, Hiccup gave Astrid a breathtaking flight through clouds, over Berk, and under the aurora. Please don't forget to subscribe. They soared through the clouds, flying from day into night, witnessing stunning auroras and experiencing what it was like to view Berk Island from above. Suddenly, Toothless flew into a cloud filled with dragons, all carrying prey as they headed in the same direction. Shortly after, they arrived at a cave where the dragons were tossing their prey into the center of the lair. However, a chubby dragon brought back a smaller dragon, only for a massive mouth to emerge from below and swallow it whole suddenly. Realizing the danger, Hiccup and Toothless immediately fled the scene. It turned out that the massive dragon was the Dragon King, and they had stumbled into the dragon's lair. The next day marked the final day of Hiccup's training, where he was expected to kill a dragon in front of the entire tribe. When the gate opened, a giant dragon, its body engulfed in flames, appeared. However, Hiccup had no intention of following the tribe's brutal methods. He wanted to show everyone that humans and dragons could coexist peacefully. Just as he was about to succeed, his father's overprotective interference startled the fire-breathing dragon, causing Hiccup to scream in fear and run off. Toothless, hearing his cry, rushed to the scene. In the critical moment, Toothless arrived and shielded Hiccup with all his might. But in a tribe where slaying dragons was a mark of honor, capturing or killing a night fury would bring immense glory. Toothless was subdued and ordered to be temporarily imprisoned by the tribe's leader. Despite Hiccup's attempts to explain that Toothless meant no harm, his father's attention was piqued when Hiccup mentioned the dragon's lair. Ignoring Hiccup's pleas, his father led an army, using Toothless to guide them to the lair. Determined to save Toothless, Hiccup and his friends freed all the dragons from the training arena. Under Hiccup's guidance, his friends quickly overcame their distrust of the dragons. Meanwhile, Hiccup's father and the army, led by Toothless, reached the lair. They used catapults to break open the mountain and threw fireballs inside, revealing countless dragons hanging within the cave. In an instant, the dragons swarmed out of the lair. But as everyone thought they had successfully driven the dragons away, a loud roar erupted from the cave. Disturbed by the commotion, the Dragon King emerged, rendering the tribe's weapons useless. The Dragon King unleashed flames, destroying many ships, including the one where Toothless was tied up. Hiccup's father decided to leave some warriors behind to hold off the Dragon King while the others fled. Just then, Hiccup and his friends arrived with their dragons. The tribe was shocked to see humans and dragons cooperating. Under Hiccup's command, his friends distracted the Dragon King while Hiccup attempted to rescue Toothless. But the Dragon King's massive tail capsized their small boat. Hiccup, now in the water, struggled to free Toothless from the heavy chains, but began to drown due to lack of oxygen. At the last moment, Hiccup's father saved him, and then dived back into the water to free Toothless. Toothless, ready to sacrifice himself, was stunned that a human, his natural enemy, had saved him. Once freed, Toothless quickly joined Hiccup to support their friends. At the same time, Astrid was almost swallowed by the Dragon King. Thankfully, Toothless arrived just in time to save her, but the resulting explosion hurled her away. Toothless immediately turned to rescue her. After saving Astrid, Hiccup decided to lure the Dragon King into the sky. Though the Dragon King could fly, his massive size made him slow, a disadvantage that played to Toothless's speed. Disappearing into the clouds, Toothless used his agility to attack the Dragon King with bursts of fire, provoking him. The enraged Dragon King unleashed a fiery blast but accidentally melted Toothless's tail fin, causing them to plummet rapidly. As the Dragon King prepared to attack again, Toothless fired directly into its mouth, causing it to crash into the ground with devastating force. However, the damage to Toothless's tail fin made it impossible for him to regain control, and Hiccup was struck by the Dragon King's tail, sending them both into the fiery wreckage. As the flames subsided, the tribe found Toothless lying motionless. Believing Hiccup had perished in the fire, his father was overcome with guilt. But Toothless suddenly spread his wings, revealing that he had shielded Hiccup with his fireproof scales. When Hiccup regained consciousness, he found Toothless by his side. However, he soon realized that while Hiccup saw dragons and humans living together peacefully on Berk, influenced by Hiccup, his father had changed his views on dragons. Hiccup became a hero in the eyes of the tribe and won Astrid's heart. Finally, he rebuilt Toothless's tail fin, and the tribe began a new era of harmony with the dragons, living happily ever after. So you enjoy this movie? Please do subscribe, comment, and share. We will meet is another recap. Stay with Red White Recap.